Most people think freedom means money. Some think it means time. Others think it means doing whatever you want. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You can be rich, you can be admired, you can be successful, and still be mentally enslaved. By the end of this episode, you'll understand what it really means to become a liberated soul, free from fear, free from attachment, and free from ignorance. And why this inner freedom is the only form of freedom that no system, no person, and no circumstance can take from you. A liberated soul is not someone who escapes the world. It's someone who moves through the world without being owned by it. They still feel emotion, experience loss, face pressure, and they carry responsibility also, but they are no longer controlled by fear, attachment, or unconscious beliefs. Liberation isn't external, it's internal sovereignty, and the moment you understand that, you stop looking for freedom in the wrong places. Fear is the oldest controller of human behaviour. Fear of rejection, failure, loss, judgment, death, or even being seen. Most people don't live according to truth, they live according to what avoids pain. Fear keeps people in relationships they've outgrown, in jobs that drain them, in identities that no longer fit. Not because they're weak, but because fear feels protective. A liberated soul understands this. Fear is information, not instruction. You don't eliminate fear, you stop obeying it. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision that truth matters more than comfort. Attachment is often misunderstood. Attachment is not love, attachment is dependence. It sounds like, I need this to be okay, I can't lose this, without this I am nothing. We attach to people, outcomes, status, money, identity, and past versions of ourselves. And the moment you need something to define you, you become afraid of losing it. A liberated soul loves deeply, but holds lightly. Because attachment says, I need this to be whole. Liberation says, I am whole, with or without it. That doesn't make you cold, it makes you unbreakable. Ignorance is the most dangerous prison, because you don't know you're in it. Ignorance isn't lack of intelligence, it's lack of awareness. It's living unconsciously, running patterns you didn't choose, believing narratives you never questioned, reacting instead of responding. Ignorance looks like living on autopilot, confusing busyness with purpose, confusing comfort with peace, confusing success with fulfillment. A liberated soul sees clearly. They ask, why do you believe this? Who benefits if I stay this way? Is this truth or conditioning? Awareness is the beginning of freedom, because once you see the cage, you're no longer trapped inside it. And here's the paradox. People say they want freedom, but most are terrified of it. Because liberation requires responsibility, self-honesty, letting go of excuses, letting old identities die. Victimhood is familiar, blame is comfortable, awakening is uncomfortable. A liberated soul accepts this truth. No one is coming to save you. And instead of despair, they feel power, because responsibility is the gateway to freedom. Liberation doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you stop clinging. You still set goals, you still build wealth, you still love people and play the game, but the game no longer plays you. You stop trying to control outcomes, you focus on controlling character. You stop chasing validation, you become rooted in values. You stop asking, what do they think of me? And start asking, am I living in alignment with truth? That's peace. Here's the quiet rebellion. In a world built on fear-based news, manufactured urgency, comparison culture, algorithmic addiction, a liberated soul is dangerous. Not because they're loud, but because they're unmoved. They can't be easily manipulated. They can't be easily panicked. They can't be easily bought. Because they've already let go, internally. So what does liberation look like day to day? Well, it looks like saying no without guilt, walking away without bitterness, winning without arrogance, losing without identity collapse, being alone without loneliness. It looks calm, it looks grounded, it looks self-led. Not perfect, but conscious. The world can take your money, your status, your comfort, your certainty, but it cannot take away your awareness, your integrity, and your inner freedom, unless, of course, you give it permission to. And that's the ultimate liberation, knowing that nothing external defines who you are. A liberated soul is not fearless. They are free enough to feel fear and move away, not unattached, but not enslaved either, not ignorant but endlessly curious. In a world obsessed with control, inner freedom is the ultimate form of wealth. And once you taste it, you never trade it back. If you like this episode, please follow, subscribe and comment. And just a shout out to our sponsors. Strong Coffee Company, protein-packed coffee for energy and clarity. Use code Vancrux1 for 20% off at strongcoffeecompany.com. And then we have More Labs, clinically proven hydration and recovery drinks. Use code Vancrux1 for 25% off at morelabs.com. And finally, liquor gummies, electrolytes and vitamins for hangover prevention. Use code Vancrux1 for 20% off at liquor.com. That's liquure.com.